Hey Mama, welcome back. If you're here again, that means something from our first conversation resonated. Maybe it was a word, a feeling, a moment where you thought, yes, someone gets it. And if you're new here, welcome to the tribe. Pour that coffee, find your corner, and settle in. You're exactly where you need to be. I'm Avantika, and this is Lost and Found Mama, the space where immigrant and expat mothers come to remember their strength, reclaim their voice, and realize they're writing one of the bravest stories ever told. Today's episode is different because while our first conversation was about acknowledging the weight, and Mama, that weight is real. Today we are talking about something equally true. You are not just surviving this, you are building something extraordinary. See, there's this narrative about immigrant and expat mothers that we're always struggling, always tired, always one step behind. And yes, some days that's true. But that's not the whole story. Not even close. The whole story includes your resilience, your creativity, the way you've learned to bloom in foreign soil, the wisdom you're gathering, the legacy you're building, the woman you're becoming through all of this. Today, we are celebrating that woman. The one who doesn't just endure, she transforms. The one who just doesn't cope, she creates. The one who's discovering that her greatest strength wasn't something she packed in her suitcase. It was something she built, brick by brick, on the other side of the ocean. So let's talk about that extraordinary power of the immigrant and expat moms. Because Mama, you are so much more than you give yourself credit for. Ready? Let's go. Part 1. The superpower you didn't know you had. Here's something wild. You're fluent in a skill most people will never master. You code switch between worlds every single day. Think about it. You wake up and your brain automatically starts running in multiple operating systems. You're speaking one language to your children, another in your head, maybe a third at work. You're navigating cultural expectations that sometimes directly contradict each other. You're translating not just worlds, but entire worldviews. At the parent-teacher conference, you're a Western professional mom, asking the right questions, using the right tone, advocating diplomatically. At home, you're a traditional values keeper, teaching respect, community, the practices your grandmother taught you. On the video call with family back home, you are the daughter who made it, balancing honesty about struggles with reassurance that you're thriving. At work, you're the competent professional and nobody sees the late-night research you did to understand cultural nuances you missed. You shift between these versions so seamlessly that you don't even realize how extraordinary it is. But Mama, this is a superpower. You're raising children who will be comfortable in multiple worlds because you showed them how. You're building bridges between cultures that many people will never even attempt to cross. You're teaching your kids that identity isn't either or, it's both and. That you can love samosas and pizzas, Bollywood and Broadway, Eid and Easter, belonging to two places and creating something entirely new. And here's what makes it even more beautiful. You're not just switching between worlds, you're creating a third one. One that honors your heritage while embracing your present. One that takes the best of both cultures and builds something unique. One that your children will carry forward in ways you can't even imagine yet. When your daughter confidently explains to her teacher about Diwali, then comes home and helps you bake cookies for a classmate's birthday, that's your legacy. When your son seamlessly moves between playing with his cousins on video calls in your mother tongue and chatting with neighborhood kids about baseball, that's your magic. You're not confused or lost between cultures. You are rich with them. You're not diluting either identity. You are expanding what identity can mean. The world calls it adapting. I call it alchemy. You are taking two different worlds and creating gold. And the strength this requires, the mental flexibility, the emotional intelligence, the sheer cognitive load of living in multiple cultural frameworks simultaneously. Mama, that's genius level work you're doing every single day. So the next time someone asks you, but where are you really from? You can smile, knowing that the answer is bigger and more beautiful than they can comprehend. You're from everywhere and nowhere, and the new world you're creating. That's not confusion, that's mastery. Part 2. The friendship you built from scratch. Remember that first playdate? The one where you forced yourself to go, even though every fiber of your being wanted to stay home. You barely knew her. The other mom from the park who smiled at your chaos instead of judging. Who heard your accent and leaned in instead of asking you to repeat yourself slower. Who saw your exhaustion and said, "Me too." That first coffee took courage, didn't it? Saying yes when you wanted to hide. Showing up when you felt like you had nothing to offer. Being vulnerable with a stranger because you were that desperate for adult conversation. And now? Now she's your person. She's the one you text at 2 a.m. when you can't sleep and the homesickness is crushing. The one who brings you soup when you're sick because she knows you don't have family nearby. The one whose kids play with your kids while you both sit on the couch and talk about the real things. Not Pinterest perfect, not parenting, but the messy, beautiful, hard truth of raising humans in a foreign land. She might not share your culture, your language, or your homeland, but she shares this experience of building a life from scratch, of mothering without a village, of being braver than you feel. Mama, the village you built, the one you created intentionally, carefully, out of nothing but need and courage, that's one of your greatest accomplishments. You found the other immigrant mama at the library who lights up when you ask where she's from. You connected with the neighbor who also struggles with school pickup logistics. You joined that group, showed up to that meetup, said yes to that invitation, even when anxiety screamed no. Friendship as an immigrant isn't just nice to have. It's survival. It's the difference between drowning and swimming, between isolation and community, between feeling invisible and feeling seen. And here's what I love about the friendships you've built. They're chosen, not assigned by proximity or family ties or shared history. You chose each other. You showed up for each other. You built something real and lasting from nothing but mutual understanding and intentional effort. Your friend group might look like the United Nations. Women from different countries speaking 3 different languages, celebrating different holidays, and isn't that beautiful? Your children are growing up seeing that family isn't just blood, that community transcends borders, that love can be built, not just inherited. You're teaching them something profound. You can create home anywhere if you're brave enough to reach out. That belonging isn't about where you're born. It's about who shows up when it matters. And Mama, you show up, even on the hard days, especially on the hard days. When your friend's kid is sick and she needs backup for school pickup. When she's having a rough week and needs someone just to listen. When she texts you a meme at 11 p.m. and you both laugh because it's exactly your life. When you celebrate each other's wins like they're your own, because in this village you built together, they are. This is the immigrant mama's secret weapon. We don't just survive, we connect. We find each other across languages and cultures and circumstances. We build networks of care that rival any traditional village. We create chosen families that love our children like their own. Your village looks different than the one you left behind. But Mama, it's yours. You built it with intention and courage, and the refusal to do this alone. And that's just not survival. That's thriving. Part 3. The wisdom you're gathering. Can we talk about something beautiful? About what you're learning through all of this. Because yes, immigration and relocation is hard. Motherhood without a village is exhausting. Straddling two cultures is complex. We've established that. But what we don't talk about enough is what we are gaining through this experience. You're becoming wise in ways that comfort never teaches. You've learned radical adaptability. When you moved here, you had to figure out everything from scratch. Different grocery stores, different social rules, different everything. And you did it. Some days you did it badly, ordering the wrong thing, missing cultural cues, feeling lost. But you kept going. You learned, you adapted. Now, you can walk into any unfamiliar situation and figure it out. New job, you've got this. New neighborhood, you learn it. Your kid's school changes something, you'll adapt. Because adaptability isn't just a skill you picked up, it's woven into your DNA now. You've learned resilience that runs bone deep. The kind that only comes from having no choice but to keep going. From being homesick and still showing up. From missing important moments back home and still creating beautiful moments here. From crying in the shower and then making breakfast with a smile. That resilience is teaching your children something textbooks could. Life will challenge you, but you're stronger than any challenge. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep moving forward. You've learned empathy that transforms everything. You know what it's like to be the outsider, the one struggling to understand, the one who needs extra patience. So when your child struggles to make friends, you get it. When someone at the grocery store is taking forever because they're reading labels in their second language, you're patient because you've been there. You're raising children who see the world through compassionate eyes because you've shown them what it means to be kind to the struggling stranger. Because you've been that stranger. You've learned to measure success differently. Back home, maybe success looked like a certain career, a specific lifestyle, particular milestones. But here, success is your kid sleeping through the night. Success is making through the week without a meltdown, yours or theirs. Success is that moment when your child says a word in your mother tongue correctly. Success is finding a friend who gets you. Success is creating moments of joy despite the circumstances. You've learned that success isn't about having it all together. It's about showing up, growing, trying, loving, building something meaningful despite the obstacles. You've learned resourcefulness that would make MacGyver jealous. You figure things out. Always. When you couldn't find ingredients for a traditional recipe, you improvised. When you couldn't afford childcare, you got creative. When you didn't understand the system, you researched, asked questions, and pieced it together. Your children, they're watching you solve problems every day. They're learning that limitations don't stop you, they just make you more creative. That I don't know is followed by but I'll figure it out. That challenges are just puzzles waiting for solutions. You've learned the power of gratitude in ways that easy lives never teach. You don't just take things for granted. A good day feels like a gift. A helpful stranger restores your faith. A simple FaceTime call with family back home fills your entire cup. A child's laughter after a hard week is medicine. This appreciation for small joys, it's making you richer than any wealth ever could. And your children are learning to celebrate the little things because you've shown them how. Mama, this journey is turning you into someone extraordinary. Not despite the struggles, but through them. You're gathering wisdom that will serve you for the rest of your life. Wisdom you'll pass down to your children. Wisdom that will help you navigate whatever comes next with grace and strength. You're not the same woman who got on that plane. You're better, deeper, richer, more capable, more compassionate, more resilient. And that woman, she's pretty magnificent. Part 4. Your children are watching. Here's something that might make you cry and feel powerful at the same time. Your children are learning courage by watching you live it. They say you navigate places where you're not sure of the rules. They hear you stumble over words in your second language and try again. They watch you make phone calls that intimidate you, attend meetings where you're the only one who looks like you, handle situations you've never encountered before. And what they're learning? That courage isn't the absence of fear. It's moving forward anyway. They are watching you maintain traditions even when it's inconvenient. Making special foods from scratch when frozen pizza would be easier. Teaching them words in a language they'll probably respond to in English. Celebrating holidays that none of their classmates recognize. And what are they learning? That heritage matters. That who you are and where you come from is worth the effort to preserve. That you can honor your roots while growing new branches. They're watching you build community from nothing. They see you reach out to other moms, show up even when you're tired, maintain friendships across time zones, create a support system where none existed. And what are they learning? That connection requires effort. That relationships are worth investing in. That you don't have to accept isolation. You can build belonging. They're watching you struggle and keep going. They know some days are hard. They've seen you cry on the phone to family back home. They've watched you take deep breaths before difficult conversations. They know you don't have all the answers. And what are they learning? That it's okay to struggle. That asking for help is strength, not weakness. That persistence matters over perfection. That you can be human and heroic at the same time. Mama, you think you are just getting through the days, but you're actually modeling a masterclass in resilience, cultural pride, adaptability, and strength. Your daughter is learning what a strong woman looks like. Not perfect, not fearless, but brave and loving and unstoppable. Your son is learning to respect women because he's watching you command respect. They're both learning that love transcends borders, that family is worth sacrificing for, that you can be homesick and grateful simultaneously. They might not thank you now. They might not even understand what you're giving them. But one day when they're older and facing their own challenges, they'll remember. They'll remember how you showed up, how you kept going, how you built something beautiful out of nothing but determination and love. They'll remember that their mama crossed oceans, learned new languages, built new homes, created magic in impossible circumstances. And they'll know that if you could do all of that, they can do anything. That's your legacy, Mama. Not the traditions you pass down or the language you teach them, but the courage you're modeling, the resilience you're demonstrating, the love you're showing them every single day. They are watching, and they are learning to be brave. Part 5. The dreams you're still holding. Let's talk about something we don't discuss enough. Your dreams didn't die when you became a mother. They evolved. Remember those dreams you had when you first arrived? The career you'd build, the life you'd create, the person you'd become in this new land. Maybe some of those dreams look different now. Maybe motherhood shifted timelines, changed priorities, redirected paths. But Mama, you're still dreaming, and that's powerful. Maybe you're taking that online course during nap times, slowly building towards a certification. Maybe you're growing a small business from a kitchen table, fitting orders around school pickup. Maybe you're writing in notebooks, stolen moments at a time, chapters accumulating in the margins of motherhood. Maybe you're learning a new skill, building a portfolio, planning for when the kids are older and you'll have more time. Maybe you're volunteering, networking, staying connected to your field, even though you're not working full-time right now. Or maybe your dreams look completely different than they used to be. Maybe now you dream of creating a welcoming home where your children feel rooted. Maybe you dream of passing down your language fluently. Maybe you dream of taking your kids back to your homeland so they can really understand where they came from. Maybe you dream of creating stability for your families in your way your own childhood didn't have. All of these dreams are valid. I need you to hear that. All of them are valuable. The career-driven dreams and the family-focused dreams, and everything in between, they're all worthy. Don't let anyone tell you that one type of dream is more important than another. Don't let anyone make you feel like you're not ambitious enough or that you're neglecting your children. You're doing exactly what you need to do for your life, your family, your journey. And here's what I love. You're teaching your children that dreams are flexible, that it's okay to adjust, to pivot, to say not right now, without saying never. That motherhood doesn't mean death of self. It means evolution of self. Your children are watching you chase dreams at your own pace. They're learning that success isn't just a straight line up the corporate ladder. It's also the messy, beautiful path of building multiple kinds of meaning simultaneously. It's saying yes to opportunities when they fit and no without guilt when they don't. It's creating definition of success that honors all of who you are. Can I tell you something? The fact that you're still holding dreams while juggling everything else, that's not just impressive, it's inspirational. You're exhausted, stretched thin, operating without the support systems that make pursuing dreams easier. And yet, you haven't given up on yourself. You haven't fully sacrificed who you are for everyone else. You're finding ways, even small ones, to keep your own flame lit. That takes incredible strength. Maybe right now your dreams are on simmer instead of full boil. Maybe you're in a season where surviving takes precedence over thriving. And that's okay. That's more than okay. The fact that you're protecting that dream, keeping it warm, believing there will be a time when you can tend to it more fully, that's wisdom. Because here's the truth. The season of intensive mothering, it doesn't last forever. I know it feels endless when you're in it. But one day, they'll be in school full time. One day, there'll be teenagers who don't want to hang out with you anyway. One day, they'll leave for college or jobs or their own adventures. And when that day comes, you'll still be here. Still you. Still dreaming. Still capable. Still worthy of pursuing the goals that light you up inside. The dreams you're protecting now are investments in your future self. The woman you're becoming while raising these humans, she's going to do extraordinary things. The skills you're building, patience, multitasking, problem solving, cultural navigation, emotional intelligence, They're going to serve every dream you pursue. You're not putting your life on hold. You are living a chapter that's simultaneously challenging and shaping you for everything that's coming next. So keep that dream alive, Mama, however you need to. In notebooks, in middle of the night planning sessions, in small steps forward, in mental vision boards, in conversation with trusted friends who remind you of who you are beyond mom. Your dreams matter. They're part of what makes you, you. And the woman you're becoming through this immigrant motherhood journey, she's going to make those dreams happen in ways you can't even imagine yet. Because you're not just surviving, you're preparing, you're growing, you're becoming someone capable of achieving things that once seemed impossible. After all, you crossed an ocean, you built a life from scratch, you're raising global citizens in foreign land. Mama, if you can do all that, imagine what you'll do when you really spread your wings. Part 6. The strength you didn't know you had until you had to have it. There was a moment, wasn't there? A moment when you surprised yourself with your own strength. Maybe it was when your child was sick in the middle of the night and you couldn't call family back home for advice, so you figured it out by yourself. Your hands steady, your voice calm, even though inside you were terrified. Maybe it was navigating an emergency room in your second language, advocating for your child when you barely understood the medical terminology. But Mama Bear, instinct kicked in and you made them listen. Maybe it was handling a major life challenge, a job loss, a visa issue, a move, a health scare, while still showing up for your children every single day, keeping their world stable even when yours were falling apart. Maybe it was standing up to someone who dismissed you because of your accent or your background, finding your voice in that moment and refusing to be diminished. Maybe it was the strength to admit you were struggling and ask for help, to be vulnerable with a friend, to seek therapy, to say, I can't do this alone, even though everything in your cultural background taught you to suffer silently. Whatever that moment was, you discovered something about yourself. You discovered you're capable of more than you ever imagined. That when pushed, you don't break. You bend, you adapt, you find a way forward. That is the immigrant mom's superpower. We rise. We rise when homesickness threatens to drown us. We rise when exhaustion has us running on empty. We rise when systems fail us, when support is missing, when circumstances are impossible. We rise because we have to, because people depend on us, because giving up isn't an option. But here's what it makes it even more beautiful. We just don't rise for survival. We rise to create, to build, to love, to transform our circumstances into something meaningful. You're not just getting by. You're actively constructing a life. You're creating opportunities for your children that you didn't have. You're building bridges between cultures. You're making magic out of limitations. Look at everything you've already overcome. Every visa renewal anxiety, every cultural misunderstanding you navigated, every lonely moment you pushed through, every time you felt invisible but kept showing up anyway. Every sacrifice nobody else sees but you carry in your bones. You did that. You. The woman who sometimes doubts herself, who often feels inadequate, who regularly wonders if she's doing enough. That woman is a warrior. And the best part, you're still growing stronger. Every challenge you face is making you more resilient. Every problem you solve is building your confidence. Every time you choose yourself, even in small ways, you're reclaiming your power. You're learning that asking for help is brave, not weak. That crying doesn't make you fragile, it makes you human. That imperfection is not only acceptable, it's beautiful. And you don't have to have it all to be a good mother. You're learning to trust yourself, your instincts, your decisions, your ability to figure things out as you go. Because you've been doing exactly that all along. And look, you're still here. Your kids are thriving. Your life is full of love, even if it's full of challenges. Mama, the strength you have now, you built it. Not overnight, not easily, but brick by brick, choice by choice, brave moment by brave moment. You're not the same woman who got on a plane all those years ago. You're tempered by fire, shaped by struggle, polished by perseverance. You're more now. More capable, more compassionate, more confident in who you are and what you can handle. And here's what I want you to remember on the hard days. If you've survived everything you've been through so far, you can survive what's coming next, whatever it is, however hard it feels. You have proven to yourself over and over that you are unbreakable. Not because you don't break down. You do, we all do. But because you get back up. Always. Every single time. That's not just strength, Mama. That's power. And it's yours. Part 7. Coming home to yourself. You know what's beautiful about this journey? You left home to find a better life. But in the process of building that life, of becoming a mother in a foreign land, of navigating impossible circumstances, you found something else entirely. You found yourself. Not the version of you that everyone expected. Not the perfect immigrant success story or the selfless mother who exists only for her children. The real you. The complex, multifaceted, beautifully imperfect you. You're learning what you're made of, what you value, what you need, what you won't compromise on, what boundaries you'll set, what dreams you'll protect, what makes you feel alive beyond caregiving and responsibility. You're discovering that you can be a devoted mother and a woman with her own identity, that you can honor your heritage and embrace your new home, that you can be soft and strong, vulnerable and powerful, homesick and grateful. You're learning that you don't have to choose between different parts of yourself. You can hold all of it. The daughter of your homeland and the mother building a new legacy. The woman who left and the woman who stays. The person you were and the person you're becoming. This is coming home to yourself. Not the home you left geographically, but the home within you that you've been building all along. Every time you honor your needs, you're coming home. Every time you speak your truth, you're coming home. Every time you choose authenticity over perfection, you're coming home. Every time you let yourself be seen, really seen, flaws and all, you're coming home. And Mama, home has been waiting for you. Not across the ocean, not in the past, not in some future version of yourself who finally has it all together. Home is right here, in the woman you are right now. The one who's tired but trying. The one who's stretched but not broken. The one who's discovering that she's so much more than she ever gave herself credit for. You're coming home to her. The woman who's enough exactly as she is. The woman who doesn't need to prove anything to anyone. The woman who knows her worth isn't measured by productivity or perfection, but by the love she gives and the courage she shows. This is the journey, Mama. Not just surviving immigrant motherhood, but thriving in it. Not just making it through the days, but making those days matter. Not just raising children, but raising yourself into the fullest expression of who you're meant to be. And that woman, she's extraordinary. She's you. Mama, we've covered so much ground together today. We've talked about your superpowers, the way you navigate between worlds with grace even when it feels clumsy. We celebrated the village you built from nothing but courage and need. We honored the wisdom you're gathering through every challenge. We acknowledge that your children are learning to be brave by watching you live bravely. We protected your dreams, the one you're still holding even in the margins of motherhood. We recognized the strength you didn't know you had until you needed it. And we came home to the woman you are right now, in all her beautiful complexity. Here's what I need you to take with you from this episode. You're not just surviving. You're thriving. Maybe it doesn't look like magazine cover thriving. Maybe it's messy, imperfect, one step forward, two step backward thriving. But it's real. And it's yours. It counts. You're writing a story of courage, of resilience, of love that transcends borders, of strength that surprises even you, of dreams that evolve but never die, of a woman who crossed oceans and found herself on the other side. This story, it's important. It matters. It deserves to be told. So if this episode resonated, share it with another immigrant or expat mom who needs this reminder. Tag us on Instagram at becomingheragain_mom so we can connect. Join our community of women who are all becoming themselves again, together. Subscribe to Lost and Found Mama so you don't miss our next conversation, because we're just getting started. There's so much more to explore, celebrate, honor about this journey we are on. And remember, on the hard days, come back here. Remember everything you are, everything you've overcome, everything you're building, everything you're becoming. You're brave, you're strong, you're capable, you're enough. You're becoming her again, not the her from before, but the her you were always meant to be. The one who knows her power, the one who claims her space, the one who builds extraordinary things out of impossible circumstances. That woman, she's magnificent, and she's you. Thank you for trusting me with your time, Mama. Thank you for being a part of this community. Thank you for showing up for yourself. Until next time, keep rising, keep dreaming, keep becoming. This is Lost and Found Mama. I'm Avantika, and I believe in you. Big, big, big hug, Mama. You've got this.